If you are just joining us, we have breaking news. Cult leader and mass murderer Charles Manson is dead at the age of 83. He died just after 8 o'clock this evening. Now, a look back at his notorious life.
Charles Manson's gruesome story fascinated America for decades. The tale began in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1934. His early years were marked by petty crime, and Manson had almost no relationship with a mother who had him at the age of 16. By the time he was 32 years old, Manson would have spent more than half of his life behind bars. In 1967, Manson moved to San Francisco, where the charismatic criminal became a guru, attracting people who shared his passion for hallucinogenic drugs. He gathered about 100 followers and relocated to a deserted ranch above Chatsworth. The group known as the Manson family bought into his delusional claims that he was the second coming of Jesus, and the world was on the brink of a global race war that he called Helter Skelter.
If you're going to do something, do it well, and leave something with you.
Manson's devolving mental state pushed him over the edge in 1969. He gathered his most ardent followers and sent them on a killing spree, the most notable murders taking place at the home of director Roman Polanski. There, Manson's disciples brutally murdered 5 people, including the pregnant actress Sharon Tate, who was stabbed more than a dozen times. The murders continued the next night at the house of supermarket executive Lino LaBianca and his wife Rosemary. After helping tie up his victims, Manson left the scene while the family members carried out his orders, killing the couple in horrific fashion. Authorities caught up with the Manson family in October of 1969. They were arrested at a Death Valley ranch, but not for murder. Authorities wanted them on suspicion of auto theft. In jail, family member Susan Atkins boasted about the killings to fellow prisoners who turned her in. During a 7-month trial, Manson and his followers were at the center of a media circus. The country was mesmerized by their outlandish behavior and extreme crimes. In the end, Manson and 4 others were convicted and sentenced to death for 7 murders. Those sentences were commuted when California abolished the death penalty in 1972. While decades would pass with Manson in prison, public fascination with the killer would continue. His story would fuel dozens of books, albums, and movies, and his official Facebook page has thousands of followers.
Charles Manson